that one's done. So we'll get into the second one. Hopefully we won't need that for any kind of combine because they're not combined. Bring the smoke over. And with this hive, our goal is to do a very quick check and a mite treatment and call it good. A little puff of smoke, let them know we're coming. Oh, we've got the feeder on this one already, so I'll take that off. And this one is a copy of what they call a rapid round. And one of the things I do, and I'm going to do a video on just this part, is inside this plastic cap, the cone that comes up. I can't get it off. Yeah, it's glued down. But there's a cone inside there, and it's rough on the outside, but not rough enough. And so the bees will get down in there to go after the syrup, and they'll fall and drown. So what I do is I go to the dollar store, get a packet of 3-dish cloths for $1.25, and I'll cut it into 8 strips, which are just long enough to fit inside there. And then I'll put them inside, and it'll act as a wick, so the feed will wick up through, and the bees will be here on the top, and they'll suck the sugar water out. And with this one, I can have it inside the hive, covered with foam, and that way I can use that longer. I can start out with a 1-to-1, and then at this time of the year, switch it to 2-to-1 sugar mix. And then we're going to swap that out for a shorter one because that one's pretty high. And I'm just going to go for the gap. Set it up.
Oh.
So I can grab it.
They're just chill. They don't even care.
Yeah. They're mellow.
That is the mellow hive.
Yeah,
And the people that I've sold bees to have told me that the Golden West that I've sold them are the mellowest bees they've ever had. So this one might be a better quality of Golden West.
These guys over here are looking for their old home where they
Yes.
can enter their old entrance.
Oh, that riled them up a bit. I rolled a couple. Okay, a little bit of feed on that side, but not much. And the comb right in here, look right in that area. The comb's kind of interesting because it tapers. I've never seen that before.
It's because the RBs are the highest quality.
Okay, so reasonable amount of honey on that size. And any queens? Okay. Set this down. Oh goodness. Hive tools do bend. Very heavy frame. Love it. Lots and lots of honey, both sides. Looks great. I don't see as many drones here. So maybe they kept the drones around in the other hive because they were requeening.
That makes sense. That's cool.
These are pretty smart. Lots of honey, very heavy frame, beautiful. We love that.
So that's what you want to see?
Breed, the bee breed.
That's bee bread.
Oh,
See
it's
how
called
it's
bread, not
dark
breed.
and shiny?
Yeah.
That's pollen mixed with nectar, and then they ferment it. And if you notice, if you look here, some of these are white, some of them are dark. They're both capped cells, but the dark ones don't have any air bubble underneath them. And some people say it's because the bees cap it with some air in it. Other people say that the ones with the air is because the honey has continued to dry out a little bit more and created an air pocket.
Huh.
But they're both good, they're both yummy, and they're both good feed for these girls for the winter. Good, heavy frame. And I really don't expect to see a queen up here on the honey boxes. Super.
See, these bees just make me love them because they're so chill.
This side?
Come on. Now, another beekeeper that I follow is David Burns, and he'll grind this hook to where it's a little narrower, and then it fits down in here better. And I haven't done that on mine yet, but it's an idea that I think I will follow. Okay, this has got honey around the edges and a load of nectar in the middle. Utah is so dry that that nectar, even though it's not capped, is probably honey. When I've checked mine, it's been as low as 14% water. But the bees don't cap it if they don't have a lot of resources come in. They're not going to waste their resources making wax when they don't have anything to make it with. So, come on. And that's why you need it a little bit skinnier to not just pierce the plastic frame.
I've done that.
Okay, another hive tool that I've got has a curved end here, and that one is ideal because you can then set that curved edge on the side of your frame or your box and pry up.
I remember when I was first learning, I was like, this is more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But once you get it, it's not too bad.
Okay, loads of uncapped, but they're almost full, which is a good sign. Lots of honey, lots of nectar. Yeah, this one's looking beautiful. That's as far as I'm going to go in the upper box.
That's so pretty.
Everyone's loaded with honey. This is a good healthy hive, and actually might be a good idea to steal some of it, but I don't want to jeopardize this one for the other one. Better to have one for sure instead of two maybes. So we'll just feed that one like crazy. So
Just for a few weeks.
we'll keep liquid feed on it for a few weeks and then put sugar on, and you'll probably want to keep it on for the rest of the winter.
Okay. Yeah, I think the hardest thing.
Yeah, the only frame that's not full is this one. This one weighs about a pound.
I think the hardest thing for me is when I'm by myself and have to lift the top box full of honey, especially like it's already kind of sketchy putting it on the ground, but getting it off the ground after back on top with little tiny grips, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, you're spraying. You're not going to drop it.
Okay, I'm going to take this. Actually, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to just tip. So I'll break the box loose.
Okay. Come on.
Get a shot of smoke.
I'm going to wake up the smoker. It's really
Just smoke them while you're waking it up.
Oh, now it's going. You need it.
And get some more on the front here. Actually, I'll just tip it up and you can let them have it. Okay, so tip the hive up like this. We can then look at the bottom, look for any queen cells and stuff if it were summertime. And then we can look down between the frames here. And I'm not going to go into them because we can't make much difference with it. It's a healthy hive. This comb here, as I said, moved my hand fast and they reacted.
Oh.
But this comb here, we could scrape it off now, but I'm not going to worry about it today.
Good.
I'll give them, smoke them a bit to get them off the edges. Either there.
He's already dead.
And we'll line it up. Okay, we'll put the undercover and the feeder back on. Intermission whether if you should choose to accept it, is to fill those feeders up.
2 to 1, got it. Your mission should choose.
Yeah, I'm getting bumped by the bees. They're hitting my little thing. They're like, I'm mad.
And dead hornet. Okay. That's it for doing a quick inspection. As far as winterizing, what we'll do is we'll move these boxes together where they're touching, and then we've got a big foam box. It's 1.5 inch thick foam, and it's built to where it'll slide right over them, leaving access to the entrances. We can't put it on right now because these migratory covers are too big for it to fit. So we'll have to just get some boxes or some tops that are the exact size, and then we'll slide those over. And other than feeding it, these girls are good till February. So we'll just keep feeding. Once it gets cold enough we can't use the liquid feed, then we'll switch to sugar, either a mountain cap sugar, a sugar brick, or fondant, depending on how Amber wants to go with it. Until then, have a good day. Thank you.